Hi, my name is Susan Parker, and I am here today with Kathy Chambers, and she came on to plan. And so I love talking to clients and letting you guys hear their success stories. But Kathy, if it's okay, I'm just going to ask you a few simple questions, and I want you to answer. And I always tell everyone, answer honestly if anything didn't work or did work, or what you liked or didn't like. But what was your life like before you came to plan? What other things had you tried, and what was the state of your body in?
Well, I'm certainly I'm just over 70 years old. I just had been the highest weight I'd ever been in my life. And I've been carrying that for a few years now, maybe up to 5 years, and I've just gotten more and more miserable as I got older and older. Um, I have done Jenny Craig multiple times, and it always worked for me. I'm really sort of a good client because I do follow plan. And then I kind of run out of steam probably at the 3 or 4 month mark. But I was feeling so bad that I just wanted to feel better. So I found Susan, and after talking to her, it seemed like it's just time to get healthy.
Awesome. And so tell us a little bit about that. If you've lost weight on Jenny Craig before, what made it come back or why didn't it stick? Like what happened? So you did the program and then when you got off the program, or tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. It's pretty simple. I just went back to my old habits. I found foods I liked on Jenny, so it was easy for me to stay and live by their plan. And
Mhm.
then once I got off, it took probably 2 years and it was all back again. Probably the first time I lost like 18 pounds. The most I ever lost was maybe 28 over 4 months.
Okay.
But anyway, I just went back. And that's the part that I have kept telling myself over the past 5 or so years. You just can't do that anymore. At my age, it's not going to stay off if you don't change your eating habits. So that's why I came to you.
Awesome. Well, that kind of leads into the next question. What made you go ahead and decide to try something else or to give me a try?
Honestly, I really didn't feel good. And I've been very fortunate. I'm really not on many meds for my age compared to many friends I have.
Yeah.
So I knew I was lucky in that regard, but I have a lot of arthritis symptoms in various places. And I just didn't feel good a lot of the time. And I could feel myself turning into kind of a slug. And that really bothered me because I was kind of a jock when I was younger. I've always loved sports and I just felt really bad. So it was like, do you want to feel better? Why not give this a try?
Awesome. And I know you had your daughter's wedding coming up, which was a little incentive as well.
That's true.
I got to see the pictures and you guys all looked beautiful. So that was so fun.
It was a great night.
Yeah. And so how did you hear about me? Because come to find out, we live in the same neighborhood too, which was really fun. But how did you even learn about me or what I do?
I probably saw your name the first time on Facebook with a Facebook friend who is also a friend of yours, and I believe was on your program.
Okay.
So that's kind of watching the interaction of you with her a little bit is what just, and then I started seeing on our neighborhood site, I believe. I started seeing also your emails about what you do and what you were offering. So I just
Awesome.
decided to call.
Very good. Well, I'm so glad you did. Okay, so tell us just a little bit now about what kind of results have you seen? So we have about 10 different plans and we talked about those, but you have a lot of specific allergies and stuff. So you weren't able to do any of our plans that have some food or some help. And so you did hardcore and you're doing like our whole food plan, which I absolutely love. But tell us like what kind of changes have you seen in your health?
Well, I have a lot of change in the arthritis for sure. It's been very subtle coming along, and then I kind of had to wake up and notice it. Um, Today was I'm about 10 weeks on the plan, by the way, but today was uh, unusual because my wedding ring just flew off my hand in the car. And I have seen people on the Facebook support page talk about their rings not fitting anymore. And I just really hadn't been paying any attention to that. But more so than the weight loss, I'm not sure it's not the knuckles the arthritis has diminished in my joints, in my hands, because I was able to get the ring on my middle finger when it flew off my wedding finger, and yeah, I got it over that knuckle, and I was really surprised. So that's been great. Just I've been shockingly not hungry. Everybody asks me how, and I was like, I just don't feel like I can explain it, except that I was just so ready to feel better.
Mhm.
And the eating regularly, I think, keeps me from craving. So as I might mention, my allergy is corn. That just happened to me probably 5 years ago too, when I started feeling bad.
Mhm.
And so I was like, it was that what you said, there's so much that might be involved that you weren't going to be able to necessarily troubleshoot. So it was just better for me to try the whole foods plan.
Yeah.
So I think we didn't talk for a while after that first consultation. And then again, I just kept feeling worse and feeling less energy all the time. And I finally was like, I have to go try. And I have been so pleasantly surprised. And at my age, I didn't think I could do this, but 25 pounds down in 10 weeks. And I don't feel hungry, and I've given up all the things I love. But I do still choose the foods I like. So that has made it easier, but it's pretty repetitive for me because I just eat what I like.
Absolutely. And yeah, even going to the grocery store, we were looking at that. There's like a corn or a corn husk or a corn fiber and so many different foods. And so even shopping for you is a challenge for sure. So I've been
Uh-huh.
really impressed. And just so everyone does understand, we really teach you how to eat the smaller meals and how to eat a balanced diet so that it does shut off the hunger hormones. And there are so many chemicals put into our foods now by food scientists, because if they can shut off the leptin, which is released from your fat that tells your brain you're full, they're putting chemicals in there to stop that. So it makes you hungrier. You eat more of the food in the supermarkets, and they make a lot more money off of us. And so there's a lot of manipulation going on, but that is not healthy for us at all. And so I love that you've learned that. You've removed those things. We've removed a lot of the trigger foods. We're balancing out your blood sugars and glycemic index and focusing on that. We're giving you the right number of calories and really managing those macros. But it's not something that you have to calculate all the time. We've done that for you and made the plan really easy, even with Whole Foods. And so that's what I love. You have done amazing on it. But I remember you coming to me and saying, well, I don't know if this is going to work. And I love that because nobody thinks that. I didn't even think it when I first started. And everyone says exactly what you said, including me. Like, I can't believe I'm not hungry. I can't believe I didn't crave all of the foods that I
Mhm.
always used to crave and just hunger for.
Well, and you have offered me many recipes that help me, like, when it was pizza night here, and that first time I wasn't going to be able to do that. And you offered me some recipes, and it completely satisfied, just learning to live without pizza crust has just been just not a problem.
Right.
Um,
Our food is good. Yeah, you want good food. It's not that we don't eat, it's that we found healthier alternatives to that. So our body feels good.
that's true. Very true. I've been just so surprised and so pleased.
So has anything been hard for you?
No, that is the thing that I just keep telling everybody. I can't, and then they want to hear, how did you do, what is going on? How do you do this? So I don't know how to explain it, because I don't think it's going to be that easy for everybody, maybe, but it's just been, it's just really clicked for me and come together.
That's awesome. Well, you've been an amazing client. And as always, it's a joy, like, yeah, just to hear your success stories, to see the beautiful wedding pictures. And you, I love too, you had to take your wedding dress, you had your dress all taken or like picked out, and you had to go back and get a smaller size. And so I love that even in the first month, because yeah, you had told me at your age, like, I don't know that I'll lose 10 pounds in a month. And you did. On average, we
Right.
see people lose 10 to 12, and you've done fantastic. So you're an inspiration to a lot of people. So I just want to encourage you, keep that up. And you really are. You're doing amazing. And I'm just super excited for you. So is there
Thank you so
anything
much,
else?
Susan. It's been a pleasure working with you.
Well, it's been a pleasure working with you. All right. And I am going to
Okay.
go ahead and if you guys do have any questions, first of all, Kathy, thank you so much for being willing to share your story. It's a blessing to always hear how everything works for everyone. And we just love that. So But if anybody has any questions, you can just drop something in the chat and I'm happy to respond and answer. And we just appreciate you listening. Bye.
Bye.